Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to the episode of our Let's Play for Motorsport Manager. We are in our 9th season overall, first season in the Asia Pacific Super Cup, which is the second league up from the bottom. So we have one more league to go after this, and we have to win it, and have to get the driver to win it in order to finish the challenge. But feeling pretty good so far, so we'll see. Looks like getting the 8 points already this season is pretty awesome. Points are very hard to get. Only the top five racers get points, and both of our racers got points, which is a pretty big deal, honestly. 32 hours, that's a lot. Sure, I answered a few questions. You attempted a quick pit stop during the last race, but it resulted... Okay. Sure, he's right. I should have been more careful. Let's keep his happiness high. Pit crew review. We did have a mistake, right? Oh, no, it says we have a mistake-free weekend. Well, then what's the mistake thing? I don't know. Roland has a dodgy neck. We'll probably leave him at home because we do have a great backup driver. Let's check our pit crew real quick. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good pit crew, dude. Definitely reject you. Definitely reject you. Reject you. And reject you. You are not worth anything to us because you don't have enough good stuff. You are absolutely positively worth picking up. You have a lot of good things for us that can help us out in a lot of ways. So, who do we want to get rid of? Probably Weddle here. Wetnall here. Because we need doubles. He's just not good enough for that. So, Wetnall is going to be our person who goes away. Should give us what? 18, 19, 18, 18, right? Let's see. 18, 19, 18. Well, I mean, 15 there too, but I wasn't really counting that because we're not going to be using him for the rear jack probably at all. All right, mistakes. Not very many. Let's go ahead and grab our new guy because it's an easy swap here. Drop that down to 0. Do we have someone who's good for tires and refueling? 14, 18 is not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Let's go ahead and just grab that person. Just keep everything down at 0. Looks good to me. $16, $15. No, this is probably okay. All right. Still working on the car. Yes, things are good there. Car repair is completed. Let's check on what we're improving at the moment. We're improving this suspension, but we're probably not going to use it forever, so it's actually probably high enough to already use. So I'm probably going to plug a few more parts back in again. I'd like to get the engines capped out, to be honest. And go ahead and drop you off. I just want to put a token thing in there. We'll put the suspension in for now because we are going to be using it for a little while, but not forever. I want to get the engines capped out. Let's go ahead and get those capped out as quickly as possible. I'm just going to cap out pretty quickly here. And then we can worry about some other things after that. Actually, probably going to plug the suspension in after all. Why am I doing that one? Let's do that one. Yeah, I think this is okay. I mean, gearboxes are a little bit low, things like that, but I think this is going to be fine. I really want to get the engine capped out. We have a new suspension coming up here soon, which will change a few things around. All right, so we'll definitely want to plug in. Oh, it's not ready yet. Well, in a second. Oh, yeah, there we go. Set showed up yet. There it is. All right, so we definitely want to plug that in. I got a little bit off the engine, so that's going to be helpful. We want to plug that in as much as possible. Get that pretty close to capped out. Which means, I guess I should have ignored that suspension. That's okay. Definitely plug that one in. Can take that one off because that was just to get a little bit on it. But for now, we are actually going to be designing one more. Just out of curiosity, that does get us up to 8, so that's something. All right, so we definitely want that. Additional grate component. So I can grab you and grab 2 grates, presumably. No conditional loss on first race. That's actually pretty good. I mean, we definitely want that, right? And And then this, what's the difference between this is which is 866 or just going for like this. 880. Well, I say that one's even better. So there's no point in going for the extra great component, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, this is just as good as any of these other ones. Looks pretty good to me. Does get our reliability at a pretty bad spot overall, but we'll work on that. Not cheap. It's going to cost us quite a bit of money, but we're going to have some sponsor stuff coming in here soon. Again, we're also going to have the car factory coming here soon. I think we're going to be okay on the money. Liability work's about to be done. We can actually probably swap some things around. We're already up to 80% there, so that's good. Let's go ahead and get the engines capped out some more. And I think that's fine for now. Got these two up to 80 plus. That's okay. I could plug a couple other things in here, I suppose, just to get things above 70 at least. Because as we get more things up, you know, we'll be able to strip them off a little bit. But I really still want to continue to focus on as much reliability as possible. Can I do maybe this part? Still be done before the race? We can, yes. All right, let's do that. Sponsors. I mean, we did actually get 7th or above. So, and this is a bigger upfront payment. I think we go for this. Low speed corners. About to be done with all this reliability work. I mean, getting one part up will allow us to strip it a bit, so that's pretty useful, I think. Honestly, at this point, let's just keep working on that. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think we want all those capped out anyway. We're going to be replacing a lot of these parts, so that's why it's not too big a deal. Just getting at least one of each part, you know, capped out is going to be fine. There's a reliability work. Oh, didn't. That's okay. It put some points into performance, which is fine. I didn't stop it in time. I was sitting there thinking about the plan and forgot to stop it. It's okay. We got those capped out low, though, which is pretty huge. We definitely want to get this capped out. Don't care about that one as much because we are going to replace that one. Probably get one of these two capped out. You know, like just kind of one of everything at this point. One of the front wings. This one's already advanced a little bit, so let's get that capped out. Brakes, we definitely want to get capped out as well. So those are the kind of the plan there. Get everything that we know we're going to keep for a little while capped out for now. Although as soon as we finish the suspension, we're going to be working on probably the rear wing. So never mind. Let's get rid of the rear wing. That's probably going to be our next piece to work on, I believe. Yeah, we're dead last on rear wings. So definitely going to be working on rear wings here in just a minute anyway. Okay, that looks good. We're working on some stuff. Not so much on the performance at the moment, but that's okay. All right, so we are going to leave you at home because we do have a good backup driver. There's no reason to risk you. Let's get you back sooner, get you back fit better. It's going to be okay. Do want to make sure you still have the best parts because you are still our #1 driver. Those look good. That looks good. You're not going to have nurse. So giving her the most reliability is better. I get that backwards though. Actually, you're not going to have nurse, so giving you more reliability is probably better because she's actually at least got the part fixing thing. So if all other things are identical, give him the thing with more reliability. Yes, that's what I want to do. Okay. That looks good. She's at least content now. All right, come on. Let's get a good result here. I mean, I'm not sure how much I'm expecting with a backup driver, but he's still a pretty good driver. He's actually going to potentially be our best driver eventually anyway. So getting him a little bit of experience is, I think, a really good idea. This track looks kind of like a leaf. I thought I saw a raindrop. I was like, is it raining? Nope, looks like it is sunny out. Okay, that's good. Check the setups. Something like that's gonna be okay. 10 to 12 feels like it should be pretty good. Yeah, and I forgot, as always, forgot to check the actual number of laps. Definitely should be something you can see from here. I mean, come on. I would know how many laps there are from the screen, would I not? Do something like that. It's going to be okay. Same thing for Super Softs. And no weight stripping at the moment, question mark? No, because I mean, this is crucial. I mean, I could probably drop it down to about 90. I could probably drop it down to 80 and be okay. The non-crucial parts, actually, I could probably drop down to 70. Even without, even without nurse. Just because, you know, it's probably going to be fine. Same thing here. Can probably drop you down to 70. 80, 70, 7. Okay, so these are all okay. Oh, this one has to be what would want 80. Nope, that looks good. Let's go with that. Guess I don't really need to get the reliability up on the brakes that much because we're not going to be weight stripping them, and 80% is pretty good. I mean, not much performance gain. Maybe it's not worth it, but we'll go with it. Oh, we're doing qualifying trim. Whoops. That's right. We'll be okay. Because we should still be able to get everything we need. I'll swap for race trim here in a minute. All right. 51% is not great. At least it is just poor though, so we know it's within range. Good here. And then very poor, that one we don't know anything about. Do want to change back over to race trim. Tires are good. Ah, we got excellent on the angles. That's good. The arrow is always good to get that locked in, because then that doesn't change anymore once you touch the other stuff. Should still be able to easily get rank 3 race stuff. I'm not too worried about it. It's not very poor still, because that tells we're still way off. Alright, handling, speed balance, something like that maybe. Try something like that, maybe. Not getting this one quite as quick as I got the last one. 93% though, that's not bad. I can live with 93% if I needed to. In fact, what I probably will do is just bump that up a little bit. Bump this up just a smidge. And then just give you longer stint here and be fine with that. You actually might be good enough too. 94, that's actually pretty good. Got the downforce locked in. Good. Went from great to good on the handling. Okay, well that's easy enough to know. They'll go the other direction. And went from poor to great on the speed balance. Try something like that, maybe? Maybe. Yeah. Could do something like that, maybe. Maybe not quite as drastic. Honestly, I think at this point we probably just leave them out. I'm not even going to bother on qualifying trim. It's going to be fine. They're barely going to get the race trim, so it's not going to be worth sending them back out again. '12th and 13th, that's not terrible. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. Just got to get 8th or above for the season, so I mean, if we got 12th or 13th in the race, then I think it'd be just fine. Let's go qualifying. Can we actually qualify above, you know, whatever number we were before? I mean, no reason to, but we'll do that. Sure, because there's no reason to. 96, not bad. I mean, that looks fine. 96 looks fine. And we got the weight stripping already locked in. And we will simulate the session because I do not want to mess with qualifying. '15th and 17th. Oh, it's actually starting to rain. Look at there. A little bit of rain there at the end. Yeah, it looks like there's only one qualifying round in this league, so which is totally fine. I'm not got no problem with that whatsoever. It's actually gonna be raining on race day. It looks like it's gonna be. Oh, no, it's just cloudy. Could start raining though. Let's check the weather here in just a moment. It's gonna get cold. It's gonna get real cold, but I don't see any rain whatsoever. I think we got to keep going with quick fixes for now. Although we didn't really use it, to be honest. We used it once. It really depends on... Okay, let's close this for a second. Depends on how many... Can we stay on super softs? 34 laps. Yeah, can probably do 2 stints of super softs. So with that in mind, I actually probably will do the super sauce. It's a bit of a risk not take the... Oh, you can do nurse. Oh. I didn't realize you could do his thing even though you're the backup driver. I don't know why I didn't realize that. I mean, I don't use the backup drivers hardly ever. That's part of the reason why I didn't realize it. Nurse is really good. Can I weight strip more now? Because that is what I would want to do, is weight strip pretty aggressively. Like these non-critical parts can go down to about 50. Critical parts can go down to about probably 65. Something like that. I mean, that gives us quite a bit more performance boost. We can be pretty aggressive. If we'll do 55 just to be safe, but I think we can be pretty aggressive here. Okay, that's good. I like it. Let's do a nurse. Let's go with that. It's gonna be probably more than anything else we would get from any of the other toggles and stuffs. Any chance that your super softs are worse? No, you're gonna be fine. And the fuel options we're gonna keep the same, so that's all good. And driver strategy. Double red, please. And since we got the engines maxed out, we can go red for quite a while. Not the greatest start, but we'll get in there. Come on, Vile. Show me you deserve to be on this team, buddy. I mean, we already know Roland deserves to be on this team because he's already shown that he's good. Good driver. Oh, let's make sure those are turned on. I mean, it wasn't time to use them yet, but God, I forgot about them for a second there. I'll keep it red for a little bit longer. I do need to drop the tires down here in a moment because I got to make sure they stretch a little bit. But I don't think we're going to have a temperature problem. It is a pretty cold day. Let's go and drop the tires down to orange. Stretch it out a little bit longer. We'll leave it on overtake though, because we got plenty of engine. Especially you with Nurse. I mean, you can stay on red the whole race, I think. We have to come in pretty quickly here. Let's drop it down to neutral for now. I'm trying to stretch these tires out a little bit. I guess it's less critical for Vile to be on the super soft because he doesn't have the super soft bonus. We definitely want to keep Lele on there as much as we possibly can. I think we'll pit Layla in first here in just a moment. Probably once we get this below 40, we'll pit the lap after that. I think. Well, it's about to be 40, so I want to try and go one more lap. It's going to put him in pretty close to the red, I think. I don't think we can pit yet. I think we have to wait at least one more lap. This is how close we get to 30 here. If we get really close to 30, we're going to have to go ahead and pit her in. And it does look like we're going to be really close to 30, I think. I think we have to pit her in now. It's not really great. Let's say we got another 8 laps here. That would leave 19 laps. There's no way we can 19 laps off those. I think we have to swap the softs, or we left to leave her out for another lap, which would put us at what? 2 times 19. 2 times 9 would be 18. And that would leave 16. That's still too many laps. Unfortunately, as much as I would love to keep her out, I think we have to swap to softs at this point. Because even softs are going to be hard pressed to get through everything without some conservation. Nothing to fix. We're not going to recharge the batteries. That would just add time. It's not great. It's not great on the tires, but it is what it is. And we're going to schedule your pit. Bring you out on softs as well. Don't touch the fuel. I mean, we're being pretty aggressive on the parts, so have to keep an eye on them, but I think we're still okay. Alright, let's see if we can get back into this. I'm going to keep her on yellow on the tires. I just don't really don't want to push them. I need to get them to stretch as much as possible. It's a good pit stop. Good pit stop, buddy. Same thing for you, though. I don't think we want to push the tires anymore. Let's go and go up to 12x. Breeze through this little midsection. Really just keeping an eye on the tires and stuff. I'm not really worried about the engines or anything. I mean, parts could be a little worrisome. I might have gone too low on Vile. I think we're still okay, though. Nurse really makes a huge difference. So far, so good. It's really going to be the tires that are going to tell us when we have to come back in. We're actually getting pretty cold here. We're going to have to push a little bit just to keep it off the floor. You're still okay, but I kind of want to get it off just a little bit off the floor for now. We may have to push you up to push as well here in a second. I mean, it doesn't really matter until it gets literally dead floor, but we're not there yet, but I want to make sure it doesn't get there. can we stretch this a little bit longer? We really like to stretch this as much as we possibly can. Because, yeah, we're too many laps out. We're just going to have to push these tires as much as we possibly can, unfortunately. It's going to get into the red a little bit, but that's okay. These tires are don't suffer as much. All right. This is the lap we have to pit her on. We'll go ahead and go up to push just to get it off, to keep it off that floor. But we'll go ahead and schedule your pit. We are really going to have to baby these tires, unfortunately, still. Still 15 laps. Not much we can do, though. I mean, it is what it is. 15 laps. We do have plenty of conditioning. Not as much as I would have thought. Still enough. I don't think we're going to have a problem. But I do have to be careful. So I don't think we can go past orange. So that's going to be, what, 16.5? So 17 laps. And a bit. Just go 15 and a bit. I just play it a little bit safer. Still let us be orange for quite a few laps, but not so many that it's going to be crazy. Technically this will still add, so I don't think I want to mess with that. When she pits, we will... Let's go and drop you down to high just so I don't forget. And neutral. Once we cross the line, we'll go ahead and schedule your pit, Mr. Vile. Still going to have to be a little bit careful with you as well. You got pretty low on fuel, but your part condition should be amazing, which it is. So we can definitely go red the entire rest of the time, which is 14. Math. It's a lot. 14 would be 1.4 times 3. So 3, 4.2, 18.2. So 19 laps. Let's just do 18. And we'll just go orange for a little bit of it. Yeah. Part condition looks good. Batteries, yep, everything else looks good. That's a lot of fuel we're going to be putting in here. But it doesn't mean we can go red the entire rest of the race. If I did my math right, which is possible that I didn't. I mean, is red the entire rest of the race worth the extra fuel? Don't know. We'll find out. Did have a bad pit, unfortunately, but we'll see how it goes. My understanding is if you want to put as much fuel as you possibly can in based on engine condition. So if we can run red the entire rest of the race, then we want to put red's worth of fuel in it. This is my understanding of how the math works out. I did not even check. I checked early in the race, and I was like, oh, we're good up to 26. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that helps our tire situation. All right, well, we'll definitely have to pit. I cannot believe I didn't look at that. I think we can go one more lap and then pit. It'll be a little bit wet, but I think it's going to be okay. We'll pit Vile first because he's in last place. Give him a chance to, I don't know, get back in there. Let's redo the math. 9, we would want, goodness. 2.7, 9, 10, 11.7. So maybe go ahead and stick one lap of fuel. It's going to add. Nope, we'll just go with that as is. Can I believe I was not paying attention? I think it's still going to end up being okay, but that was a little silly. All right, now we're going to pit you. Pull your enters. Fuel is going to be fine because we're not really going to be pushing your engine that much, I don't think. We have a little bit, but not much. And I don't want to spend the extra lap of fuel and stuff like that. So we'll just leave it as is. It's going to be fine. We definitely want to not... you probably could stay attack because it's actually not going to be that many laps. If it starts getting red, well, it's the temperature, but we could probably stay attack for a while. We will drop you down to orange. Probably gonna drop you down to yellow for a bit once we get through here. Man, I cannot believe I messed that up. That's all right. It's gonna be okay. Somebody had an accident. A bunch of people having a pit right now, so it's going to get us a little bit up there. At least we're above sponsor objective right now, which is pretty awesome. We'll check the timing here when we cross the line. Yeah, your gearbox is definitely getting low, my dear, but we are not coming in to fix it. Temperature's getting a little bit high. We'll drop down to push for now. All right, you have... Sure, yeah, 29. So you have 6 laps left. And you have 6 and a bit laps of fuel, so you probably could go up to orange, not with the engine condition. So we're going to leave you on yellow for now. Drop you down to orange on the tires. You also will have 6 laps left. Plenty to go up to red. Come on, guys, keep going. Five laps left when we cross the line. Again, her engine's just too low at the moment. We might be able to push her to the last lap, but that's about all I would be willing to do. Him, I'm okay with pushing some more. He's still got plenty of condition. So we're dropping down to north. Man, temperature's getting a little high. Unexpectedly. 4 laps when we cross the line. She dropped down to 7th. She's still above sponsor, but person on her tail is not great. Still, I would love to push that a bit more. Let's go for it. Until that drops down below 30. Same for you. 4. Maybe there's nothing we can do about the gearbox, my dear. 3 laps left. It is below 30. We'll drop it down to medium for just a bit. Man, come on. Gearbox, hold up. You are still fine. Yeah. She is in a pack right now, isn't she? 7's right on time. I mean, people around her got some engine problems as well. I have a feeling she's going to drop out of here, though. It really means that Vile needs to get up there, but I don't think he has a chance to catch up with 8. 2 laps left. If we get 1 lap left above 25%, I'll probably push her up to red. Or not red, I might. I'll probably push her up to orange, actually. You need to go orange for just a little bit of a lap. Come on, hold on to 7th. Hold on to 7th. Last lap. I think we have at least push her up to high. I think she'll be okay. Hold on to 7th. Just hold on a little bit longer. I mean, he's right on their tail, so he's coming in strong. He's got enough tire left. Let's put him up to double red. Come on, get past 9th. Give us a little bit of cushion that we need. I think we're gonna be okay there. She's got 7th. Doesn't mean we got no points though, so I do have to take that into account. No points this time around. But sponsor objective, so we got a little bit of money. Well, maybe lost less money is a better way to put it, because we're still losing money on the race. But all right. I mean, we knew those early points were gonna be what we had to hold on to for the kind of the rest of the season. I think there's a chance we could squeeze in some more points somewhere. Possible if I had played the tires better there, we might have had some points there, because we did take an extra pit. Although a lot of people around us took an extra pit, so it's not like we took more than everybody else. Still third for the moment. Points are hard to get in this league, so any points we get is going to help. Should have rolling back for the next race, which is awesome. There's a new suspension, which is good as well. All right, I think that's all the suspension stuff we can get, right? Yeah, I was going to say we can't do any of that, so that's fine. We are going to do rear wing next, I believe. We'll just take this one just because it's going to... Yeah, that's going to be fine. Qualification was a struggle. You definitely could have done better than 15th there. It's all about the race. It's all about the race. Did have one pit mistake. We'll check out our pit crew before I forget. Check the hirings. 82, don't care. 89, don't care. 91, borderline maybe. 99, borderline maybe as well. Refueling, nope, that one we cannot have because, I mean, the front jack is great. So actually, we might pick this person up just for the front jack. Tires and refueling is actually not bad here either. So do we have anybody else that's just not good on Salik? 100 is amazing, but otherwise just not that good. So we'll probably drop Salik out. I mean, 99 is pretty good. Swap there. That gives us our first 20. Yes, nice. And then, in fact, we'll go ahead and swap you in right away. And then, who else is not great? You're terrible. Yarnstedt is pretty bad. This person's gonna be pretty good on a couple things. Spending money, though. I mean, we got to be careful. Still hold on to the fact that we're going to get our auto factory here soon, which is going to start making us some money again. All right, let's check the mistake percentages. Definitely want somebody else on rear jack that has a 0, hopefully. Looks like this 19 is going to be the best. And then, let's see, tires and fixing. 16, 17, or 18. 18 looks good. And then tires and fixing here. There's also tires and refueling. Let's do the tires and refueling for sure. It's 15, 17, probably. And then, like I said, we need the tires and fixing. Really not a lot of good people left. I mean, we may have to drop down to this 13. That's not great. There's somebody else we can swap around here. Would it be faster if we did this? Yeah, that's a little bit faster. All right, let's do that. And looks good. Still fixing parts, right? Yes. There's our car repairs. All right, we definitely want this new suspension. Kind of working on that as much as we possibly can. Wow, that thing's pretty low. Want to work on the performance there as well. Let's just get that thing up first, and then we'll worry about some other things after that. Got some more sponsors. A couple 5 stars. Front payment 2 mil. I think that's the one we want. In fact, I know that is. So that'll help the balance sheets quite a bit. Here comes our rear wing. Let's design another one real quick. This is a close one between these two. I think this one's still just going to be a little bit better. I mean, getting the red zone down lower does mean you can shave up stuff better, but I think this is fine. High-speed corners, plus 40 during qualifying. That is not what we want. Oh, wow. None of these are good at all. These are terrible. These are really, really bad. I mean, that means we get to use it right away, but... Wow. This might be one of those cases where we do have to take the double... Yeah, we're going to have to take the extra great component there just to be able to get those two things. We'll do this just because it means we can use the part immediately and kind of go from there. But wow, that means that actually means our previous part was a little better in a weird way. Yeah, wow, that's pretty bad. So interestingly enough, our average and our great part are going to be better than the good part in the middle. Go figure. All right, speaking of, let's plug you in there. Not quite going to be done all the way, but that's okay. And we will be working on the performance here because that has now become our second best rear wing of all things. Unless we decide to do a couple of the ones that you can weight strip, but I doubt it. Since we only have one nurse, we'll probably give that to the person who can strip from the nurse. All right, changes on the cards, etc., etc. 0% chance of rain. Simulator, we'll get there. There's our rear wing. We will design one more, which is going to be this, that. Would love that. But going to have to be these two. Yeah, that would be amazing. But no. I mean, maybe for next season we might consider it, but for now this is going to be okay. Do we even bother with this rear wing? No, we don't, because it's already at 80%. I mean, we'll put it on, but we don't have to worry about anything else with it because it's going to be a worse part than that in the end. So this is fine. Okay, looks good. Vote started, replace. I don't really care. We're gonna completely abstain. Yeah, I realize that it says we're gonna be likely to struggle, but I honestly don't care as much about the race stuff. I'd rather have the extra votes for something that I do find more important. Apparently, track B will be replaced by track D. Cool. It's fine. Travel to Doha. Is Roland not back yet? I left you at home for a reason. Because I thought you'd be back. 1 week. You've got to be kidding me. Well, I'm not going to leave you at home again. Because 1 week's going to come back around no matter what we do. So, we'll bring you with us. Because you are, at the moment, still a better driver. So, 7 above, part fitting. Go 642. 631 is going to be okay. 807, 786. Okay. I think that's okay. Doha, Qatar. Definitely an interestingly shaped track. Partly it looks like street courses almost, and then part windy, curvy bits. Well, it's not an actual road. I mean, this definitely is a track, because otherwise there'd be like Like that's what this is. There's not like they just close off a road like you see for some of the tracks, but it definitely has that feel a little bit. Ten to 12 feels pretty good, so we'll see if that comes into play. I do need to make sure we are doing race stuff and not qualifying here in a minute. Same there, and let's do some weight stripping as well. So you're crucial. We'll keep you above 70. You're not crucial. We can drop you down probably to... For her, I'd like to keep probably above 80, quite frankly. So we'll drop you down to 70. We'll drop you down to 70-ish. Because it's not crucial. The other ones we need to keep up. You, however, with your amazing nurse, can come down a little bit more. It's probably about 65 for the crucial parts. And then, was it 55? I think we were okay for the other ones. Pretty big boost overall, though, still. All right. Make sure we're doing race trim. Otherwise, everything else is good. Yep. A little bit on the downforce, not a ton. And handling a bit more. Speed balance a bit more. Oh, actually double spaced. Here we go. 68. Teeny tiny bit on the downforce. A bit more on the handling. And the speed balance. All right, what we got here? 693, not bad. Not bad at all. Can definitely get more, obviously. Went from okay to good. Bit more on the downforce. Poor to great. And then poor to great. Maybe not quite as much, but that looks pretty good. Still do the race trim. Probably send you out for the rest of it, though, actually, at this point. Ah, there we go. Should be able to send both of y'all out, get the maximum on race trim and soft tires, and maybe even be able to get some qualifying trim in. A bit more on the downforce. And just a tiny bit more on the speed balance. If I can help, if I can get it. Try something like that, maybe. It's going to send this off a little bit, but if it's worse, then it's worse, and we'll adjust for the race. We might be barely getting rank 3, though, still. I don't think we're going to have time for qualifying at all. Yeah, wow. That is coming in slower than I would have expected. Yeah, there's really no point in bringing him in. All right, well, there you go. That is what it is. Practice is honestly not great overall, but we don't usually practice very good anyway, so I don't think that means too much. And it could just be a bad track for us, quite frankly. All right, so yeah, doesn't really matter here because none of these are going to help us. Same thing here, doesn't really matter. No more weight stripping we're going to do. Did get to 97, that's awesome. 90, 99, very awesome. And go. Go qualify and go. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting above 7th on qualifying just to get some money, but I don't expect to get above 7th. 12th's not terrible. 18th is pretty bad. Oh, 10th and 12th. Oh, that's... Oh. For a brief second, we had 10th and 12th. That would have been not bad at all. 13th, 14th. I can live with that, though. We're about in the middle of the pack. Not too bad. All right. Not going to do quick fixes anymore. Do soft tires, race trim. We'll do nurse and race trim. And probably check to make sure how many laps we're going to get. 10 to 12. Oh, no, this is fine. This is good. I mean, arguably, we could do mediums and only pit once for somebody. That is an option. That is actually a pretty good option. What if we did that? What if we just pit up, did mediums? Actually, we could do softs and still only pit once. Softs on the first stint and still only pit once, right? I mean, it's a little closer, but it's possible. We might need to change the knowledge over here from soft tires to medium tires wearing slowly. How much would that give us? Is that going to auto update on this already? Don't think it automatically updated, but I think that'll make sure that we get what we need out of that. I think that's okay. I think switching to that is okay. For you, Roland, we're not going to change anything. There's not going to be any rain, is there? Nope. I think we're going to keep you out on softs, maybe? Do an extra pit for you. Do three total pits for you. Just do a different strategy. See which one ends up better. Let's go for it. 2 different strategies. See which one we like. Why not? One pit versus 2 pit. Which is going to be better? Probably need to drop her down to orange pretty quickly just to get as much out of these softs as we can get. Him we don't care as much about. Oh, she's already up to 4th. Not sure how that happened. I'm not going to complain though. It's up to 2nd. What are you doing, girl? I was trying to get a little bit warm. Let's drop him down a bit. What's the temperature going to be like? Pretty warm, actually. We're probably going to have to drop it down even more. In fact, we are. Like that. Let's probably just get it off that ceiling. Oof. Looks like yellow is going to be okay, but man. Yeah, he's on that ceiling right now, isn't he? He's flirting with it. She seems to be okay on yellow for the moment. Gonna have to pit him in first, I think. Let's keep him on red, though, on the engine for as long as we can. Especially him. She's starting to get a little bit high on her tire wear. How are you second? I don't understand. Wonder how many laps she's actually going to get off her medium tires. All right, come on, girls. Let's go. Get there. I mean, you're not going to get first by any stretch. I mean, first is just amazingly far up there. But if you can hold on to second, you'll be my best friend forever. My tower's starting to catch up with his now. Don't really want to go back up, though, I don't think. He needs to get to at least lap, what, 9 would be preferable. She would prefer to get to lap 10, if at all possible. She's got a little bit of a gap. I'm going to go ahead and drop her down to backup, just to try and milk this tire as much as possible. I mean, she's doing okay. She's holding on. He dropped down to 6, though. Something to take into account. Alright, I think he pits after this next lap. She's starting to lose a little bit of time on the person behind her. To be a little careful. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and schedule his pit. He's going to come out for just 3 rounds of softs is the whole plan, so... nothing to fill up at the moment. I don't think there's any point in putting any fuel in there at all, right? Oh, we can defuel, which we're not going to do. Park conditions fine. All that's fine. Best. Does not seem to change anything. So I actually probably should just keep it on balance. Excuse me. Gotta eat myself while I clear my throat. Alright. She's still a little over a second ahead. Not much. She'll be able to pit after this next lap. And I think she'll have enough on the mediums to go the rest of the race. The question is, will she have enough on the fuel? I think so. I actually don't remember. I think she only has 20 laps of fuel, so we might actually need to go a little bit further with her, come to think of it. Alright, we can still keep pushing you a bit on the engine. We'll go a little bit pushed on the tire as well. I mean, I'd like to pit her now. I just don't think she's going to have the fuel to really do much, is she? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was doing my math wrong. She's going to have 20 laps of fuel, isn't she? So, yeah. I was mismathing there for a minute. So we want 15. If we want to stay on red, that would be 19.5. So, yeah, let's see if we can... she's not going to be able to stay on red as long, though. What's her park condition? She might be able to stay on red, though. Let's go for it. If we end up wasting some, though, isn't that bad? It's pretty bad. Let's start with this for sure. I think we go for it. I think we go for the maximum because she's still got a lot left. This will take some seconds off, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Third place behind her is pitting as well, which is good to see. So is first place. She might lose some position, but not to the person who was right on her tail, so that's good. Ooh, somebody crashed. I didn't even notice. Alright, the goal is for her to be on red the entire rest of the race. Let's go ahead and speed up here. Keep it on tires. Oh, he's going to have to pit before his tires get low because of fuel. Let's go down to medium. At least get 4 laps out of him. Which does mean we just go ahead and go in neutral on that as well. Alright, when he crosses the line, we'll see where he's at. He is going to have to pit here momentarily. He can go 2 more laps on yellow, which I think we would prefer. Go and go up to push. I mean, if he hits the ceiling, it's not a big deal. She has what? 11 more laps left. I think we're still good on red for a little while. I mean, the engine's looking good. Probably need to come down on the tires just a smidge, but I think we're going to be okay. All right, 1 more lap. Could go orange, but we're just going to keep it on yellow. Schedule your pit now. Can we do? Yes, we can. And then we need 11.7, so 12 laps of fuel. 11 and a bit. No changes to the parts, nothing there. Fast should be good. All right. Come on, Roland. Do what you gotta do. Let's get a fast pit here. All right, we will go red here. I'm going to keep you on yellow for a bit on the tires. If we feel like we're okay towards the end, we'll bump it back up. But for now, man, coming out of pit on his 3rd pit and still being... well, he's actually got a purple. Let's go ahead and push. And still being... let's double red. Just for the lap to see if we can get more. I don't know, maybe too late. Anyway, I was going to say, is pitting that extra time and still being in 4th place is pretty awesome. Don't think he got past his lap. All right. You tried. Got a personal best. All right, 7 laps remaining. Good on the fuel. Good on the tires. Same for you. Good on the fuel. Good on the tires. I mean, her 1 less pit stop is not really helping her that much so far. There's a couple people that are going to have to pit ahead of her, though. So maybe we'll be all right. Drop you down to conserve just for a bit. I mean, I think we're going to be okay on the tires, but just to play it safe. And we're not catching first. Are we catching? We might catch second. We are catching seconds because he's a second now. Is she going to be able to pass anything? Oh, no. Of course her gears are low. Why? Why? I don't know. She's going to make 4 more laps with those gears. We're not pitting, though. If we pit, she loses anyway. So either way, it's a loss. Man, 1 pit strategy just did not work for her, did it? It's kind of surprising. It's 2 laps. Perfect. 2 laps. Need to go a little bit on high, and then we can go back up to the other one in a minute. Well, we're definitely getting second. He's too far ahead unless he crashes to mess that up, thankfully. 1 point. We'll drop down to high just to make sure, but we should be okay either way. You are... Technically go back up to overtake. Might as well go push. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't see her getting past anything by head ever, though, especially with the gears the way they are. Just finishing the race for her is actually impressive. It's interesting that she won pit, and she still just didn't do that good. Maybe other people won pit as well. But we got some points again. Roland. He's our man. He's our equal driver versus her being our first driver, and he's also got the lesser parts, but he's also able to weight strip more. So he actually ends up having a better car than her in the end. Maybe we should just double down on Roland. A few more points. That really helps it a lot, though. Keeps us in third, and again, all the points we can get, the better. Just keep growing, guys. Keep advancing. Keep getting better. She didn't get any better at all that time. Oh, she's capped. Oh, that's sad. She may not be long for us. We may be moving to Roland into Ronzo soon. Did he not improve, even though he came in for practice? Interesting. Maybe we should start playing him and bring her down to. I mean, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Still losing money. Not losing as much as we could be, though. How long till our headquarters building is done? I don't think we can afford to do another headquarters building right this second. 4 more weeks, though. Getting there. In fact, we'll have it just after Phoenix GP. All right, well, we're going to put a cut in there. When we come back, we'll do Phoenix GP. We'll get some more parts in. And again, we'll get our road car factory in, which will definitely help our overall income quite a bit. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.